YouTube has decided to not share my videos with everyone who subscribes. Please follow me on social media to stay up to date. Okay, let's take a look here at this article going around today. Lando Calrissian may be getting his own spin-off movie, according to Lucasfilm. Now, this article was like everywhere today. People were talking about this like last night and today, and I looked at it, I'm all like, already? Really? Already? I mean, like, I know that they want to do a solo trilogy. I know that Alden Ehrenreich and Donald Glover are signed on for multiple films. I know that this is something that Disney's going to want to do because they're kind of out of ideas. I think we've all kind of basically agreed to that. But giving Lando his own spinoff so far just seems like a bit of a mad dash to remain relevant in some particular fashion. However, it is not all it's cracked up to be. Now, it says, while not everyone is sold on the upcoming Han Solo movie, a lot of people are already in love with Donald Glover's portrayal of Lando Calrissian. It seems that this number in case also includes Lucasfilm. Reportedly, studio chief Kathleen Kennedy has mentioned what a lot of people have been asking for since the time of the first trailers. Donald Glover's Lando Calrissian may be getting his own spin-off movie, according to Kennedy. Now, this is what has been transferred around the web all damn day. Saying here, we think that the next spin-off will be dedicated to Lando Calrissian. Of course, there are still many stories to tell about Han and Chewbacca, but Lando will be next. And that led everyone to jump on this bandwagon of, we're getting a Lando! We're doing it! He's getting his own spin-off movie! It will never ever go wrong! That's kind of the vibe I was getting from this game. Now, it says the reveal came when Kathleen Kennedy spoke with Premier France. First clue number one. The French. They're sneaky. They cannot be trusted. The language barrier is not something that can easily be interpreted by Western ears. But, based on the context of the quotes, originally in French, it sounds like this Lando spinoff will be the next in sense of the chapter that follows Solo. Not that it necessarily will be the Star Wars movie, or the next Star Wars movie to go into production, or even the next Star Wars spinoff movie to come out, although it's difficult to tell. Now, looking at the Star Wars novelization that came out for this movie, it's called Star Wars: The Last Shot, which is a Han and Lando novel. That's what it's billed as, right? And the idea there is that down the road, after the events of Return of the Jedi, Han Solo, Princess Leia, they've bumped uglies. Little Ben Solo is flopping around out there. All of a sudden, Lando shows up basically in the middle of the night, like, Han, I need your help. Right, and going back to an old particular criminal that they dealt with years past, and the story kind of jumps around like that, so we don't quite know, what's where things really are. But that could be what they're going for here. Now, it does say here that the question of what will come next to the Star Wars universe after Episode 9 is what's going to be coming is not yet to be answered, but there are numerous potential answers. The current rumor is that Obi-Wan Kenobi is already in pre-production, although that hasn't been confirmed. We know that Star Wars: The Last Jedi Rian Johnson is working on a new trilogy, and the pair behind Game of Thrones are working on future films. We know Lucasfilm was working on a Boba Fett movie at one point, and rumors of that project never entirely went away. We can now add Lando to a list of movies we expect to see, with no idea when we'll actually see them. But jumping down here to the end of the article, we get the update here saying, in the time since the story was originally published, Lucasfilm reached out to Premiere and offered a clarification of Kathleen Kennedy's quote, saying Star Wars is interested in making a Lando movie when it's relevant. So that may be next, but it's somewhere down the line. But given early buzz about Lando, I think most people are crossing their fingers it will be soon, and that's that. So what you have here is you've got an out-of-context quote that has led the movie blogger world to jump on this particular spin-off idea. Now, the spin-off idea isn't bad. In fact, it's actually pretty cool, and it's one that I think everybody ultimately expects to happen. But it does really require these journalists and these commentators and these people to take this information with a grain of salt and make sure that not a lot of false info gets out there. But when it comes to the idea of a Lando Calrissian spin-off, it does make sense. Like I said before, they've signed them to multiple films. We know that they've that they want there to be more from this. They know that they want to definitely have a movie led by a black male. We've seen what's gone on with basically Black Panther, that movie coming out and making over $1 billion because of representation. And I'm not going to lie, representation matters. So putting this thing together is going to net Donald Glover a lot of money, and if done right, could easily get him his own series of films, which will probably go on to be more popular and more profitable than Solo itself.